Happiness is not about getting what you want, it's about wanting what you've already got. Hi guys, I'm Vesh. Welcome to my channel 10 Minutes to Happiness, where I share with you simple and science backed exercises to help you start leading a happier and more fulfilling life faster. Back to our opening quote. Happiness is not about getting what you want, it's about wanting what you've already got. That could sound really counterintuitive to us because we have been trained to think that when we meet our desires, when we reach our goals and our expectations are fulfilled, that is when we'll be happier. How many times have you thought yourself thinking, man, when I get that job, which I've always wanted, I'm gonna be so happy? Or when I get my dream house and I'm living there with my family, I will be so happy. Or the more common, when I marry the love of my life, I'm gonna be so happy. The thing is, as humans, we're inclined to something known as hedonistic adaptation. This is the tendency for our happiness levels to end up sort of stabilizing after like a positive or negative event happens because our expectations readjust accordingly. In simple words, this means that we get used to whatever new thing comes into our life, making us really happy or really sad, because of which they stop making us really happy or really sad, and we're back to the same level we were at before. Think about it. So many things have already happened to you in your life which were like major milestones and major dreams being fulfilled. Maybe you got wonderful marks in your 10th boards. Do they affect you now? Do you still wake up thinking, oh my god, I got my score? Maybe you got into your dream college and just, when you got that appointment letter, you were like, oh my god, I got into this college. I am so happy. But like 1 month into college, you forgot about it. You forgot that this was your dream and that this was the one thing that was going to make you so happy because now everyone around you was in that college. College was the new normal and everything happening was just what your baseline levels of comparison were now. The same goes for like a dream job, a dream car, a dream house, a dream marriage. They just become the new normal. That's just what hedonistic adaptation is. I like to think of hedonistic adaptation as the Grinch trying to steal our Christmas from us, and Christmas clearly is happiness over here. So, like, does this mean that we will never be happy? Is this journey for search for happiness just like an unending, infinite one because whatever makes us happy will just stop making us happy? Well, this is where gratitude comes in. Although we are pursuing our goals and dreams, we need to take out some time to reflect on the goals we've already met and the dreams we're already living. We need to take our time to notice the small but wonderful things in our life that actually make it happy, that actually make it worth living. And we will notice that we start feeling happier and happier once we do this. Gratitude is nothing but thankfulness. It's just feeling grateful for what you have. It's about noticing like these tiny moments that actually add up to a lot. I'll give you a few examples. Think about that lean day you had at work where you just got this afternoon free and you just snuck in like this 1 hour nap. That was so good. Think about that walk you went on when it was like drizzling and then the clouds were just like gray and then like the birds were like chirping, all these like tiny little things about that amazing coffee you had in the morning that was the perfect level of sweet, perfect level of bitter, just the correct strength. Think about that time you went on a walk with your dog and she was just barking at all those squirrels and trying to chase around the little birds and how cute it was. Think about that wonderful dinner you had with your family, where you guys had some laughter, you shared your day, you just had such a great time talking to each other. Think about that wonderful article you read in the newspaper that really served to broaden your perspective on life, on this world. Think about the internet. Like, we just have so much free resource on it. We can learn so much just at the click of a button. We can share so much about ourselves, our lives, just at the click of a button. But these are just things that are so normal to us that we never notice them. I mean, when are you grateful for the internet? But think about how pissed you are, man, when the Wi Fi or the data isn't working. How grateful are you for like your mother cooking you such healthy, delicious meals that are actually so safe in these worrying times of COVID, you know? When are you grateful for the building cleaners to just keep the tracks clean? When are you grateful to your house help to clean for cleaning the floor, washing the utensils, doing the laundry, all the things you would have to do on your own otherwise? There are so many little things in life that are wonderful. And if we just take up the time and notice them, we'll start realizing that we actually live a much better life than we think we do. We're often thinking about the things we don't have and the things we want. And because of that, we forget to think about all the things that we do have and that we've already got. Gratitude is what makes the difference. So here I'm going to recommend with you my first exercise for this series, the gratitude exercise. It's actually a really famous exercise and I'm sure you'd find plenty of videos about it. So the thing to do is towards the end of the day, evening, night, even in the middle of the day if you really feel like it, just think about three things from the day, just three little things that made your day happier. Three things that made you feel better, more positive, more uplifted. It won't be something big every day like meeting a famous person. It will just be something small like that perfect chai or that yummy lunch. But those are the things in life that really count, you know. It's these small things that make us happier. So now I just want to tell you the different ways you can do this exercise. You can either start like a journal and write it down. This is really helpful because A, it helps to build a habit, and B, later on you can look back at your previous days and see, oh wow, these are the great things that happen over the days. So that's one of the things. Or if you're more comfortable just talking about it, you can say it out loud, and that actually causes like this reinforcement. So you can just list out those three things loudly. You could also just think through them. If you're more comfortable doing it with people, you can start a WhatsApp group with your friends, ask them to join, and you guys can share your three grateful things with each other every day. You could do it with your family when you're sitting around the dinner table. Just go over your three things every day. There are so many ways to do it, really. You can just do it anyway. The important thing is to do it. Now, here are some things to remember to get the most out of this exercise. Firstly, try to really feel the gratitude. I've experienced this. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm gonna just do this quickly and think and list down the three things. But when you really feel that gratitude, it really strengthens the effect of this exercise. Another thing is to try to be more specific. Instead of just saying, I'm grateful that I have a garden, you could just say, I'm grateful that we have such a green garden with such beautiful flowers that I can just look out on whenever I feel like. I'm grateful for the rain. I'm grateful that the rain falls down in such a hot day and suddenly makes the weather so much cooler, and the smell of the earth when it rains and just the sound of that water falling on earth, it's just so wonderful. So specificity actually really drives the point home, and it also makes you dwell on that positive event for a longer time, which makes that positive reinforcement feeling much greater. Another thing is to try to extend your positivity, extend your gratitude to beyond just yourself. So some of the points I listed now, like the rain, the coffee, they're kind of just points, right? But if you try to extend your gratitude to people, For example, I am so grateful my mom cooks such healthy and delicious food. I'm so grateful to my cleaner. Those points that I mentioned, since you're actually including other human beings in your gratitude circle, it makes you feel a stronger connection with people. And as we'll see in a future YouTube video, it's actually so important to our happiness to have strong social connections. So, doing this actually helps strengthen your social connections. Uh, One more and the last important thing is try to do this regularly and try it for at least 30 days, because that's when you'll start seeing a real difference. And trust me, once you've gotten the habit of it, it is so difficult to get rid of it. Even if you're like really tired, just lying down in bed, just think through them. Like it won't even take 10 minutes actually, it'll take 5 minutes, but it's so useful. And come back to me after 30 days and tell me it did not work, because I guarantee you it will. You will start seeing your day in a different light. You will start feeling better every day. For some people, this could actually be a really difficult exercise. For people struggling through things, for people going through really difficult times, it could actually be really difficult to start off with. But just try, and you'll see the results on your own. I'm going to put links to two different TED Talks, because these are about people that face serious mental illnesses of their own, that were able to actually sort of see significant rise in their happiness levels just by doing this simple exercise. So that was the first exercise, and I really hope you guys go ahead and try it and let me know how you felt, whether it really worked for you or not. Just let me know in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you.